Heard him say that man wasn't made to fly, and when he wanted to go to the moon, he said he wouldn't make it past the sky. And with all odds against him, he said he never reach his goal. Said he didn't have the strength to travel that long road. But I had a dream, I had a dream, I had a dream that I made history. I had a dream, I had a dream, I had a dream. Now the dream is real to me. No. Heard him say that the mountain couldn't be climbed, and whenever there's an underdog, they count them out every time. Yeah. Somebody said that the storm would never end. In the crunch of the game, they said there's no way that that team could win. But I had a dream, I had a dream, I had a dream that I made history. I had a dream, yeah, I had a dream, I had a dream. Now the dream is real to me, yeah. When the battle seems lost and all your strength is gone, just know that the winds of faith will carry you home. Just believe in the power of love. I had a dream, hey. I had a dream, I had a dream, I had a dream, hey. That I made history. I had a dream, I had a dream, I had a dream, I had a dream, I had a dream. Now the dream is real to me. I had a dream in the middle of the night. I had a dream when I was sound asleep. I had a dream. It was revealed to me that I made history. I had a dream, 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 I had a dream. Now the dream is real to me. Yeah, it's real. It's real. Man, I got so much on my mind. And if I don't let it out, I'm gonna explode straight up. I'm sitting here looking at all these people around me, thinking if I wasn't an art, tell me where would they be? Most of them don't even care about Robert Kelly, no. They only care about what I can do for them. Some of them hang around me cause I got money. Tell me what happened to my whole family. Can't they see him going through? The little brother really needs them. I was there for them when they needed me, yeah. Soon as the drama come, y'all asses quick to run. What type of shit is that? How could y'all turn y'all backs? People, they smile right in your face, then go and talk behind your back when they don't even know the facts. And some of y'all church folks pointing the finger at me, yeah. You should be loving on me, on your knees and praying for me. You'll never get it right. Is that the Christian life? Sometimes I like to party, drink, have sex and smoke weed. But just because I love them things, it doesn't mean I'm going crazy. God, I wish I knew why people wanna hate me. When all I do is help them, try my best to love them, try to lift them up, but they don't appreciate, so fuck them.
made that music.
Went to war, beacon scores, they continue to fall. Corner stores, way to uphold all these wonderful laws. So much violence in the street, ask the powers that be. Kiss my daughter on the cheek.
ACP, did you see this?
Look, if it ain't official Dana J, Prima Donna News, I don't even want to see it.
But I know that there's more. More for you, more for us.
DJ discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
DJ discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
DJ discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
Say it louder, what you gon' do now? Hope you're ready, cause I'm really about to put it down. Girl, you know that I will never disrespect you. We love tomorrow, but tonight I wanna spank you. And ask you, gotta make it last now. Start off slow, then I'ma beat it up.
Hey, yo, lesson here, babe. You come at the king, you best not miss.
Whatever you want, whoa, whatever you need, my heart belongs to you. Oh, whatever you need, there's nothing I won't do. Oh, whatever you want, oh, my heart belongs to you. Whatever you need, my heart belongs to you. Whatever you need, there's nothing I won't do. Whatever you want, my heart belongs to you. I say whatever you need. Whatever you want, whoa, whatever you need, my heart belongs to you. Oh, whatever you need, there's nothing I won't do. Oh, whatever you want, oh, my heart belongs to you. Whatever you need, my heart belongs.
Let's go.
belongs to you.
Yeah. Let's go.
Whatever you need, there's nothing I won't do. Whatever you want, my heart belongs to you. I say whatever you need.
What's going on? Hold on. I know I don't see what I think I see. Hold on. It's some things. Like I said, we gonna have this uncomfortable conversation today. Shout out to everybody that's here. Dream Team, family, friends, people I've known for a while. People I grew up with is in the chat. So I want to say what's good to everybody. I don't want to leave nobody out. I want to say what's good to everybody. If you're here, you're here because you want to hear what's really going on. You want to hear a perspective that's coming from an insider point of view. Not nobody that's, fanned out. Not somebody that's working with the other side. Y'all don't want to hear that. And that's cool. And I'm glad y'all don't want to hear that. But, it's some things that I want to have a discussion about when it comes to this R. Kelly situation. Excuse me. There's some things I want to have a conversation about.
What's happening, man? It's your boy Papa Dope.
And as I get this together for y'all, y'all know I'm just getting over a cold. Here we go, this cold season again. I don't know what's really going on. But I do want to break this down for y'all. Okay? And I want y'all to hear, see, know the truth. Okay? So, where's that? Okay. I was wondering when I seen some things play out in this R. Kelly sector and around the world. It's some things that I seen play out, and I was just watching. I was like, ooh, this is crazy. You seen people go from R. Kelly is innocent to R. Kelly is guilty. You go from we don't know what to believe to we know who to believe and how to believe and this and this. I mean, it's a lot that went on. It's a lot that went on. So, with that being said, let's have this uncomfortable conversation. And what I mean by that is, if you're a fan, you might not like some of the things that's going to be said because you might not like some people's perspective. If you're a friend, you might not like some people's perspective. If you just you and you don't care and you going to rock the way you rock, then hey, you going to have an open mind. But me, I speak for the folks that been around the man. I speak for the folks that know the man. I speak for the folks that had more than one conversation, or people who don't have to allude that he's calling my phone. I don't have to go public and tell people, oh, R. Kelly called me today. Nah, that's not what I got to do. I'll tell you why. Because when you're about the business that you say you're about, you don't have to run to the internet and show everybody and prove everybody. Oh, R. Kelly called me. Who cares? Now I can go as far as say this. For every one call that some people are claiming they have got, and I have shown that they never have got the call, I can say people who I know, myself, or others, may have got about 6 to 7 calls above that. But it's not to prove nobody wrong. This is a fight for somebody's life. And I am going to drop the link after I get through everything that I need to get through. Once I get through everything that I need to get through, then I'm going to drop that link. But I had a conversation with several friends over the week. And we talked about Robert and Robert's case. One of the conversations that I had really came from a person's inner soul point of view. And what really killed me is I know how this person feel about Robert. I know how this person feel about the music. But it threw me for a loop to a point where I just had to look. And I responded. And then I looked. And then I responded. And then I looked. So I'm going to show some things that dropped out, and I'm going to say some things. All right? So this is the uncomfortable conversation. You feel me? Excuse me. This is the uncomfortable conversation. Lord have mercy. I appreciate you so much. If you want to donate, thank you. I appreciate you. If you want to donate, you can hit me up at $ or Cash App, $OfficialDanaJay. I'm back on my main platform, and this platform is not monetized. So we just gonna keep it a buck. And we're going to jump right into it. And for y'all that don't know, this week has been crazy. Y'all know the emails for R. Kelly is still not working. Well, let's just say for the facility in Butner. Still not working. Can y'all hear me out there? I just want to know if y'all can hear me good out there. Can y'all hear me good out there? If y'all can hear me good out there, y'all know what to do. Give me a hell yeah. So, we want to talk about some things. We want to talk about some things. We want to talk about some things. And okay. There it is. And here we go. What was the real reason why Robert was locked up? Let's go there. I'm going hard today, not playing with nobody. What was the real reason why Robert was locked up? Some people say, oh, because he was a pedophile. Oh, some this, some that. But let's break down these allegations. You cannot be a pedophile, right? And I'm going to give you facts. Hold on. I'm going to give you facts. A pedophile is a person who is sexually attracted to children under 12 or 12 and under. A person who is attracted to children 12 and under. So we can't say he's a pedophile. That kills that narrative. A lot of people want to run with, oh, that's not true, this and this, but the law says, and I'm going to see who's lawful and who's emotionable. So they say they want him. Coretta say they want him because his masters, along with the lies they tried to spin the false narrative on. You can't put that out there. You saying the lies. Well, what if you have somebody in the chat who don't know what the lies are? So you can't say the lies. Only people that been there can say the lies. Today I'm killing all narratives about R. Kelly. And I'm going to speak on nothing but facts. I'm going to do the things that some people were scared to do. Get them likes up as you're going, please. So, my belief, and from what I'm seeing, they wanted his masters. And I know for a fact Robert got 2 visits before incarceration, before surviving R. Kelly. He got 2 visits about the masters, and he said, hell no. And then the conspiracy come. I do know that. Second thing, if Robert was such a pedophile, if Robert was such a danger to the community, if Robert was so much of a flight risk, when he first heard about this, why didn't he run? You got to ask yourself that question. When he first heard about these big old, in his words, when he first heard about these big old ass conspiracies, why didn't he run? Secondly, why didn't he create a catastrophic event in the community if he was a threat to the community? But from what I seen, he minding his business, smoking a cigar. People will stop and run up. It's R. Kelly. How you doing? Can I get a picture? Can I get this? Can I get this? Can I get this? And his exact words was, I can't give you a picture right now because if you post it, it's going to be a lot of backlash. And I don't want to bring that to you. Now we're going to talk about real stuff. At the end of the day, we talking about Robert Kelly. We talking about lawful right now. Okay? So If Robert Kelly was all these bad things, why did you have to change the perception of the people? If y'all had Robert dead to rights, and if Robert was this bad person, you ain't have to change the perception. You could have just came straight out, presented everything you had to present, and Robert would have been dead to rights, right? But no. You come up with a Ponzi scheme, a lie called Surviving R. Kelly. Second thing is, you get the most creative musical team to paint the horrific sounds of what a pedophile would go through and the extent of what a pedophile would go through and what it would sound like. So, when that goes on, you go have the accusers. Despite of what Javante Cunningham said, if y'all been watching my live, I showed you something different. I showed you where Tamara Simmons said she had all the accusers a year before a camera was put in their face. And they was discussing and she was showing them how to act on and off camera. They was getting their eye ducts filled. So that way, if you bat a certain way, the water would just run and it would be looking like tears. I showed you that when in an interview where the cue cards was placed, and when the person was messing up, they were fake, like they was emotional, and they were cut and then come back on. I gave you the blueprint of Hollywood. Why? Because I'm not only in front of the camera, I'm behind the camera. As I can tell you how people are staging left and staging right and front and center, I can tell you how a person in front is interviewing off camera and they muting the incoming voice, but they are projecting the outgoing voice. The setup was masterful, but it was sloppy at the same time. Because a masterful setup don't leave no traces. And even a person like me wouldn't be able to pinpoint this, pinpoint that, separate this and separate that. So, from Surviving R. Kelly, from people that hate Robert, from people that work with Robert that's disgruntled, from people that say that Robert owed them money, from people that's running with interviews before they get locked up, for people that are super fans that's jumping out there and publicizing things for the feds. It got to bring you into a perspective. When a person that's either in the industry or out the industry, but they don't know Robert like that, when they hear certain things, the only thing you can think about is, I'm hearing this, I'm hearing that, I'm hearing this, I'm hearing that. I wonder if it's true. Or I wonder if it's a lie. Had a conversation with Life Jennings just yesterday. And the conversation between me and Life was interesting. Because I asked him about the song that he put out. And he said he don't know the truth. But from what he was hearing, it was crazy. And it will make anybody think that man was guilty. And I said, wow, I never thought about it like that. And he said, that's why I put the song out there. And I put it in a hypothetical way. And he said, if it was true, then yes, he believed Aaliyah's father would have destroyed R. Kelly and it wouldn't have been a continuance if it was true. But then he said, from what he learned about Aaliyah's father, for what he know about Aaliyah's brother, and for what he know about Miss Diane, he said that was impossible for that to happen. That part, Judah. And I said what I said. I said the perception of it is what made people go crazy. On top of, and everybody got mad when I said this, on top of, if you were a victim and your victimizer has never been caught, you identified with surviving R. Kelly because you looked at R. Kelly as your victimizer. So when you looked at surviving R. Kelly, you ain't see R. Kelly. You seen the person that violated you. Hold on. I'm live.
Oh, you live? Go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna send you the link. All right. So you ain't looking at R. Kelly. You're looking at the person that victimized you. And when you're looking at the person that victimized you, you ain't seeing surviving R. Kelly. You're seeing surviving whoever your victim was, whoever your victimizer was. And that's why you have so many people who was jumping on the bandwagon of the accusers. But when daintezjackson came out and said something about text messages, that was swept under the rug. You know, don't worry about that. You know, the text messages don't mean nothing. And, you know, Dana crazy for bringing it out. But 2 years later, you see people want to run with text messages. And then you seen people say, oh, Dana don't want to read the text messages. No, I've been said the text messages were crazy. Not because I'm seeing one side of the text messages, but I actually got to see the text messages in a whole. Who was responding, who wasn't responding. Who said what, who didn't say what. So as I read a little bit of the text messages, I broke it out and I said, these text messages were altered. People got mad and said, oh, Dana trying to say the text messages ain't real. I never said that. They are government exhibits. But ask yourself this question. Why in the trial the government only put out 2 tiers of the text messages? Meaning only 4 messages from them text messages. And what many people read was damn near 131 pages. Ask yourself this question. Then while you're doing that, ask yourself, why R. Kelly? What make R. Kelly so immovable that they had to do this? Mind you, they spoke about it for years. And you want to know the number one rule of a lie? You keep telling people the same thing in different parables without showing proof. And eventually people going to believe it. So they had to change the perception. Why change the perception if you got everything going for you? If you're telling the truth, why change the perception? Because if you put what you had out there, they were nothing but lies. But if you change the perception, no matter if it's a lie or not, the people are going to believe it. So in order to take down somebody great like that, you have to convict them in public opinion first. You have to slander them in reading opinion second. Third, you go to the extreme and you belittle them in video depiction. From video depiction, if all three of them meet and they work, guess what? You're stopping funds. You're stopping their work. You're stopping everything that they relied on, which is a felony, which is illegal, because you can't stop a man's work. The government cannot impede on a man's way of taking care of his responsibilities, his way of life, or taking care of his offspring. And they did it all. I'm just saying. Which lead to what, Dana? Which lead to the almighty thing is this right here. If you ever notice, I never ran with R. Kelly rights were violated, which they were. But when you don't know certain aspects of the law, you can't speak on certain aspects of the law. So let's check something out. They had to convict R. Kelly. No matter what was presented, they had to show, or they had to give him a felony tag. Now, government, I'm talking to you. Y'all had to give him a tag. I heard Don Russell come out with a lie and say his 39-year thing is up. There's no such thing of a 39-year contract. Let's get that sugar honey iced tea out the way. There's no such thing of a 39-year contract. It's 25 years. After 25 years, you are awarded your masters if you can sign for them. I broke that down too. You have to go to the original office if it's available. If it's not, you have to go to the office that's being used, and you have to put your wet ink signature. For some people who know what I'm talking about, you have to put your wet ink autograph on the masters that's being held by the housing company. Here's a catch that nobody knows. When you sign or when you autograph your signature for the masters, they'll give you the masters. They'll give you the masters. Nah, Judah, it's beyond that. Just pay attention. I'm walking you slowly. It's beyond that. Once you sign for it after 25 years, if you make it, you can have your masters. But this falls back into who you are. Robert never really had a job. Robert never really had stuff in his name. So guess what? That Civic DeVos account hasn't really been touched. Uh-oh. It goes into what I've been telling y'all about for 2 years. It goes into this fictitious account that's ran by QSIP numbers. Oh yeah, government, I'm walking down your street. I'm walking down your street. Now, only one or two things y'all gonna do is y'all gonna take me off of YouTube, or y'all gonna shut down this live, or y'all gonna put me on y'all most wanted list the way you did RZA. But guess what? It's time to awaken the masses. The Civic Divorce account. Once you get the autograph, signature, you can take the paperwork and turn it into a bond. And you can take that bond and cash it out at the Supreme Courthouse. That's all you got to do is go to the cage with your Duns and Bradbury number. And you can say, I'm the rightful owner. He signed it. So not only are you accessing whatever you want from that secret TDA account, you getting that. Then you go back. And if you want to be a butthole about it, you get the collateral damage, which is who? The artist. You go and you file a life insurance policy on the artist, which the artists don't even know. You only got to wait 3 months. After the 3 months, you can off the artist. You can lock the artist up. You can do what you want. But remember when I kept saying why they keep calling R. Kelly a monster? Why they keep calling him a human being? Nobody paid attention to that. At first, they was calling him a monster. When I went live and pointed that out, they changed it from monster to a human being. Then they start calling him a person. Then they start playing with the way his name was written. I pointed all that out. Even showed you what it mean in Black Law's dictionary. Some people took it. Some people ran with it. Some people did the research and hit me back in private and said, yo, you on it, bro. Of course I am. But it goes a little deeper. We're going to look at a felony. What happens when you get a felony? In English law, the term meant originally the state of having forfeited lands and goods to the crown upon conviction for certain offenses. And then by transition, and then by what? Transition, any offense upon conviction for which such forfeiture allowed. What have the government went for as soon as they got a conviction? Forfeiture. Before they even got a conviction, they went for what? The forfeiture. That's why they couldn't afford to allow him to fight on the outside. Then it says, in addition to any other punishment prescribed by law as distinguished from a misdemeanor. That's why they just couldn't give him statutory rape. Because it would have negated everything that they trying to do. They ain't just trying to take his stuff. It gets a little deeper. Upon conviction for which no forfeiture followed, all indictable offenses are either felonies or misdemeanors. But a material part of the distinction is taken away by ST 33 and 34, victim C2, which abolishes Wharton. So, if you only get misdemeanors, you cannot put in the forfeiture, which means all the material that's in part of the distinction of the misdemeanor is taken away, and it abolishes Wharton. If you notice, go back and look at the paperwork, the feds use Wharton case law a lot. Let's go a little further. In American law, wait a minute. Now we switching jurisdictions. Which law are you in? English law or American law? You don't know because you don't know who you are. You haven't corrected your status. I've been teaching about that for 2 years. I got so frustrated that I stopped even talking about it, because I felt like people wasn't listening. So in American law, the term has no very definite or precise meaning, except in some cases where it is defined by statute. Oh, so you mean to tell me that a felony is not a real charge? What makes it a real charge is the statute that is defined by? For the most part, the state laws in describing any particular offense declare whether or not it shall be considered a felony. So let me ask you this question. Are you telling me that Chicago changed the laws just so they can get Robert, but then they transitioned him to New York for a case that happened in Chicago? Is that what you're telling me? Then it says, for the most part, the state laws in describing any particular offense declare whether or not it shall be considered a felony. Apart from this, the word seems merely to imply a crime of a graver or more atrocious nature than those designated as misdemeanors. So what you're saying is that an R&B singer is doing stuff that a graver would do. What is a graver? A graver is a person with no morals, no compass, no nothing, who only goes around to hurt people. And then you saying what R. Kelly did was more atrocious in nature than those designated as misdemeanors. Then they give you case law, U.S. versus Coppersmith. Didn't we see the feds use that? Then they say Bannon versus U.S. Didn't we see the feds use that? Then it says Mitchell versus State. We ain't see nobody use that one yet. And I wonder why. Because Mitchell versus State, 42 Ohio, ST 350, it have a catch clause in it. That's why you ain't gonna see nobody use it, because the catch clause comes with penalty. Then they have State versus Lincoln. We haven't seen nobody use that, and I haven't looked into that yet. But it says the statutes or codes of several of the states define felony as any public offense, or conviction of which the offender is liable to be sentenced to death or to imprisonment in a penitentiary or state prison. I gotta ask a question. Why do they use the word offender instead of person or human being? This is what I mean when I say you gotta go to the real laws to see the wordplay. Why would they use offender instead of person or human being? That's homework. I'm going to come back on a later date with that. Things that make you go, Also, as we getting deeper into it, R. Kelly has been labeled a felon, right? And this is why I said, do not pay attention to the dude in Bolingbrook. Because he been labeled a felon too, right? I told y'all Irv Gotti is the smartest dumb person in the world. And people like, what you mean? Because ain't nobody never beat the feds. You gotta beat the feds with their own wordplay. This is why Irv Gotti was able to beat the feds. Because when you are considered a felon, you are considered civilly dead. Uh-oh. What do that mean? You haven't reclaimed your birthright. So therefore, you're not just dead on paper. Now you're civilly dead. Why is that? Because one clause to redeeming your birthright, it says on the paper, I believe it was line 4. It says, have you ever been convicted of a felon? Of a felony. If so, you have to go get exoneration. Shout out to my bro, Papa Duck. Because as you go deeper into the felony, this is what it says again. Civilly dead. Dead in the view of the law. The condition of one who has lost his what? Civil rights and capacities and is accounted dead in law. What do that mean? You can't vote. You can't get a job. You can't do nothing that deals with a corporation. Why? Because you are civilly dead. Why? Because they give you an I-9, a W-4, and they give you a W-8. What do that mean? They are converting you from a man or a woman to a person, to a human being. Once you have the human being tag, which means half man, half beast, born from a woman, into a facility. That's why they ask you, or that's why they shove that big stack of affidavits in a mother's face while she's still in pain. And they tell you, oh, you don't got to read it all, just sign. Because you're signing your human being over to the person. No, I'm sorry. You're signing your human being, which is your offspring, over to the corporation. Your corporation then have to take 2 weeks to turn it from a human being to a person. That's why you get a birth certificate when you sign for a certificate of live birth. This is way deeper than what most people know. This is why I stopped arguing with stupid people. Because I realized if you argue with a stupid person who don't know, you are just as stupid as that person. Judah hit it on the head. It means fail in. Felon means fail in. So, there you go, Stephanie. There you go. Which means what? Your offspring is a ward of the state. If you think I'm joking, go at a courthouse in front of a public official and slap your child. I bet you in 24 hours, they will be removing your child. Go inside of a school building now and push your child down in front of 2 conductors. I bet you won't have your child in 24 hours. Better yet, that child won't leave that building. I'm giving you food of thought. When you hear dumb people talk about, oh, you don't pay your taxes and this and this and this. A man or a woman do not have to pay taxes. Corporations have to pay taxes. And they got you because they give you an I-9 and a W-4. And because you don't read it, you thinking you doing the right thing. But you voluntarily paying them taxes. When you get that, that stimulus check. When you get that stimulus check that, that's my money. There's no such thing of money in the United States. So how is that your money? Watch this. June the 1st going to tell it all. And I'm going to be honest. I pray that they don't come to an agreement on the debt ceiling. I'm going to tell you why. Because for everybody that sat back and said Dana was lying, that Papa Duck was lying, that all the other people were lying, and they gave us the conspiracy theorist tag. Oh, by the way, pause. A conspiracy theorist is nothing more than 2 words that the government came up with to talk about people that's telling the truth. So when you call me a conspiracy theorist, I welcome it. And my pronouns are, I told you so. My pronouns are, I told you so. Like I said, everybody was going to start turning on the US dollar. I see Willie misspelt it in the chat. But BRICS been in the works for a while. People are tired of the Rothschilds sugar honey iced tea. Now that y'all know all this, right? Let's revisit now time. And I have to say this. I've argued with this lady for so long and back and forth and this and this. But she was the front runners of R. Kelly is guilty, right? Make this make sense. She said if they would have came to R. Kelly and said she was 17, I don't think R. Kelly would have had sex with her because after Rashonda Landfair, RL, he haven't had a victim under 18. Think about it. Hold on. No, it's BRICS, not Brinks. BRICS. Great Britain. What it stand for? Great Britain, Russia, Indonesia. What the C stand for? China and South Africa. BRICS. It's BRICS. 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 Great Britain, Russia, Indonesia, China, South Africa. So My question is, what will make her change her tune now? Because if you went to Angie's channel about a year ago, you heard them say, oh, that's all he messed with. Sometimes people just want talking points. So they will go with who they feel as though is the strongest. Queen B, let me help you. There's no such thing as black codes. She said the straw man. You better believe it. Because now they putting it out there in front of your face. And seeing the thing is, they have did to us what they did to R. Kelly. They made you believe the straw man was a fallacy. But now they coming back out and putting it in your face. So if they put it in your face, how can it be a fallacy? They coming out telling you about contracts. Oh! For the people that said that I was wrong and this 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 and this, I'm gonna go here. I have my title. I have my title. So evidently, I did something right. Evidently, I'm not in the same category that y'all in. Stink mouth and everybody that had something to say. If you think I'm lying, evidently is a title from Department of Revenue Motor Vehicle Division. So evidently, that's why I don't play with y'all dumbasses. Now, what's the next lie y'all gonna run with? Then evidently, when you look at my credit report, it says, this car is paid in full. Like I said, when you know contract law, you don't let people walk over you and make you a doormat. So, the uncomfortable conversation that I'm going to read, I'm not going to say who it came from, but I am going to read it. Thank you so much, Ms. Marcia. Appreciate you for the 5-piece. Shout out to the Rise podcast, man. Shout out to my brother, Senior, and to my elder OG, Coach Squeeze. But I do disagree with Coach Kenny. Before I read this, I do disagree with Coach Kenny. Devin Haney lost that fight last night. Lomachenko got robbed. I'll talk about that on Wednesday on Sports Corner, where I am going to invite the Rise podcast over. And hopefully this Wednesday will be the first day of our beloved sister, Angie. I'm hoping she will co-host with me and my brother, Tomorrow Leader Sports Network. Because I know it's going to be a difference of opinion on that. See, it already done started. Look. It already done started. So, one thing I'm going to tell you, I love my brother, Tomorrow Leader Sports Network, because he's not just an internet brother. We have outside conversations daily. And whether we agree or disagree, no matter how heated it get, we ain't never at each other's throats to where we want to kill one another. We ain't never at each other's throats where we just on the internet slandering one another. We agree. We agree with each other's position. Some things I didn't like that he talked about, and he know it. And especially when he talk about my prime. Some things I talked about that he didn't like. Especially when I talked about his HBCUs. So, hey, Coretta, don't talk about the Lakers in here today, okay? I really do not want to go there. See? Listen, when I tell y'all, Wednesday, don't miss the return of the Wednesday, don't miss the return of the athletic opinion. The athletic opinion will return Wednesday, and I'm praying that our channel with Angie will be part as a co-host, a 3-part co-host, and we're going to talk sports. Will I be quiet on a Wednesday? I don't know. And tomorrow might be my last day talking about the Lakers. I pray it's not. I pray that we do what no other team have done and come back and win it all. That's my prayer. I rock with my boys. I'm not a bandwagon hopper. But let's get back to it. The conversation went like this. Bruh, people have to stop being so intrigued with Robert Talent until they are willing to act like they don't see his own admission of the things he was doing. Sometimes people dry snitch on themselves as a cry for help, but people are so greedy and all they think about is money until they overlook that. He meant exactly what he wrote in Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. Hold on. This is why I do the things the way I do. Let's pull it up. Age ain't nothing but a number. Okay. Let's listen to what this man said. Let's go.
May 5th, 1993. Leah's diary. Got it.
Age ain't nothing but a number. Throwing down ain't nothing but a thing. There's nothing I have for you. It'll never change. Age ain't nothing but a number. Throwing down ain't nothing but a thing. There's nothing I have for you. It'll never change. Here I am, and there you are. Your eyes are calling me to your heart. All you gotta do is knock, and I'll let you in. Then we will feel the passion that flows within. I don't mean to be bold, but I gotta let you know I got a thing for you, and I can't let go. My age ain't nothing but a number. Throwing down ain't nothing but a thing. There's nothing I have for you. It'll never change. My age ain't nothing but a number. Throwing down ain't nothing but a thing. There's nothing I gotta let you know, Leah's got a thing for you, and I can't let go. My age ain't nothing but a number, nothing but a thing. It'll never change. It ain't nothing but a number. It ain't nothing but a thing. No, it'll never change. My age ain't nothing but a thing. Oh, it'll never change. Age ain't nothing. Throwing down ain't nothing. Nothing I have for you will never. See, boy, I know just what you need. This love we have was meant to be. That's why I've got to let you know.
Okay. So, with that being said, hold on. With that being said, it says age ain't nothing but a number. Throwing down ain't nothing but a thing. This loving I have for you, it'll never change. Right? At that time, if they were talking about pedophilia, why did it clear? First thing. Second question is, we're going to go deep into this. Why would Aaliyah mother and dad allow that to be broadcasted everywhere? If that's what they was talking about. See, the problem that I'm having with this is that people take lyrics, which we know that music is nothing but talking on notes. And if you're lyrical and if you understand music, some people know, some people don't. But the only two people who know what that means is who? Robin and Leah. Leah gone. At that time, she was bringing out the B-boy style. She had to bring out something that made her seem far more projected, mature than what her age was. That's where the marriage certificate come in play at. Because technically, that was supposed to be a scene for age ain't nothing but a number. But after Aaliyah found out that Barry wanted more and to blackmail Rob, Aaliyah filed a lawsuit against the city of Chicago. Now, when I gave all that to Canic, if Canic would have used that, they wouldn't have been able to use Aaliyah. And people run with that out here now. Why? Because they feel as though that Robert was wrong. But if you can remember, a law dude that have a lazy eye from Baltimore that live in Atlanta came out 4 years and told y'all that's what that scene was for. Barry chose to cut it at the last minute. Why? Because Barry had a bigger objective for R. Kelly. R. Kelly was Barry's meal ticket, whether he live, die, or whatever. That's why when I was the first one to break out the lawsuit from Aaliyah against the city of Chicago, people got hesitant about it. They wasn't saying nothing. And that's why I left it the way I left it, because I knew that people was going to go back and pick it up, but they ain't know the backstory. And without a backstory, your front story is going to sound bleak and bland. So, I hope I cleared that part up. And then, hold on. Hold on. And then it says, hold on. He meant exactly what he said, what he had her say, and my body's calling for me. Okay, let's see.
Your body's calling, distant lover, I will be right here. So have no fear. Your body's calling, distant lover, I will be right here. So have no fear. Your body's calling, distant lover, I will be right here. So have no fear.
Okay. So, Big Vi said that Pretty Ricky got a song called Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. Let's see what they talking about.
Yeah, this your boy Pleasure. Providing pleasure to all the ladies who need pleasure. Age ain't nothing but a number. Pretty Ricky and the Mavericks. It ain't nothing but a number. 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 You say it's because of my age, girl, but age ain't nothing but a number. It ain't nothing but a number, baby. You say it's because of my age, girl, but age ain't nothing but a number. It ain't nothing but a number, baby.
I'm a young man, but my dick grown up. I like to beat it up with legs on my shoulders. I'm the one you call when you wanna get fucked. Hit you in the house, in the car, in the truck. Baby, bend over, let me hit it from the back. I'ma show you how Stella got a group back. How you feeling like a little girl sneaking from your boyfriend, leaving your window crack. I get a phone call every day, weekly. Let's open very easy, the meaning of L-O-V-E. Baby blue, B-A-B-Y-B-L-U-E. How you spelling out my name in your sleep? I beat that drum like the Innnnn bunny. Keep going and going, going and going. Show you that an old man can't do your body like I can. I'm done, but I can use a little more, man.
Say it's because of my age, girl, but age ain't nothing but a number. It ain't nothing but a number, baby. You say it's because of my age, girl, but age ain't nothing but a number. It ain't nothing but a number,
I know you've been going through some changes. People got you angling in different directions. Now it's time for the best. Sit down on the bed, girl, let me teach you a lesson. I'm talking about heavy sex and a little romance and a little affection. I'm talking about head boy banging. Forget about the mother ones, ain't nobody gonna do you like I. Age ain't nothing but a number, girl. I'm trying to blow your mind and make you wonder, girl. I'm trying to hit you with this thunder, girl. I'm trying to make this bedroom rumble, girl. So turn the page to another chapter, cause you want master, nothing else matter. I'm your servant, you my master. I'm trying to climb this ladder, happily ever after, girl.
it's because of my age, girl, but age ain't nothing but a number. It ain't nothing but a number, baby. You say it's because of my age, girl, but age ain't nothing but a number. It ain't nothing but a number, baby.
Don't waste no time, just give me your hand. Let's walk on the sand, spend a couple of grand. Approaching your body with sex appeal. On the real, me and you can just chill. I'm talking about back action, satisfaction, guarantee whiplashes on your back. Girl, my love is everlasting, everlasting. I wanna sign ya and wine and dine ya, spin you like DJ Rhymer, suck on your neck like a vampire. You a bomb, bout to blow up. All you need is a big timer. Don't worry about age, cause I'm 21 by mine.
You say it's because of my age, girl, but age ain't nothing but a number. It ain't nothing but a number.
Whoa. 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 And I'm gonna be honest, that song snuck past me. And these are my boys. These are my boys. Slick 'em, Baby Blue, they my boys. Spec. I think I showed the video when all of us was on the Scream tour together. They were my boy. Jesus Christ. That song it slipped past me. Hey, Vi, you know what? This is a panel that we gonna have, and I'm about to drop that link. So get ready to call in and talk about that. So I'm gonna finish reading it. Oh man, I'm comments behind. Jesus. Who said that? Can't shake a tent. Well, okay. Vi said now they talk about actual sex with an older woman and they teenagers, but it's okay because they guys. But Aaliyah's song wasn't sexual, but they claim it's about Rob. Okay, facts. So then he said he meant what he said, and she's got that vibe. People need to stop making excuses for his illness. I broke down what he was talking about in vibe already. So I don't need to redo that. How does a man heal from a sickness if he won't confess? And people around him are only making matters worse. There is no way in your whole heart that no part of you doesn't see all the red flags. What part are red flags? And see, this is the conversation that a lot of people run from, not me. I ain't running from this conversation because the person that I'm having a conversation with, I actually love as my brother. And I don't even mind saying it. I mean, that's my brother. So I don't mind having this conversation with my brother. You know what I mean? I don't mind having this conversation with my brother that I'm reading from. So I don't see the red flags. Then it says the man said he would lick his mother's lipstick off of a cup so that he could taste her lips. You got to understand that Robert talks in symbolism and paraphrases. So, in the symbolism and the paraphrase that he's talking about, he's saying that no other woman mistreated him other than his mother. So he worships the ground that his mama walked on. So if he was to, I guess, get married or stay married, they would have to treat him the way his mama made sure that he was always treated by her. And the tasting of the lipstick, so that way he can taste her lips. And then, hold on. And then he said in his head he was going to grow up and marry his mother. Listen, how many people have heard guys say, I want to marry somebody that's just like my mama? That's all that's saying. I have to marry somebody who looks, acts like my mama. That means she's the first woman that made that much of an impression in her son's life. That means all women need to be the first woman to set standard in their offspring son's life. Just like guys have to be the first male or man to set precedent and make change in their only begotten daughter's life. You know what I'm saying? That's all that means. And then he said, a man who can't read. And I love this because it makes you think. A man who can't read vocabulary is only based on thoughts in his head and life experiences. So you can't come back and contradict yourself after saying what you said. Then he said his talent is undeniable. We all know that. But so are the acts of things that he has done. Stop. There's no allegedly. There's no as said. It says his talent is undeniable, but so are the acts of things that he has done. That means you know for a fact that he done that. My question in retaliation to that would be, if you don't know him, how do you know for a fact that he done it? Just because people say you done something don't mean you done it. I can come out right now and say, right now that I slept with Hillary Clinton. Do you believe it? That could be just a talking point. I can come out right now and say, Miss Jennifer Bonjean, my wife. Do you believe it? That's a talking point. But only a fool will believe something like that. Then it says that people participated in and allowed him to get away with because of his success. I believe he honestly doesn't think he has done anything wrong. I don't believe he did anything wrong either. No, I'm sorry. I know Robert know that he done some things in relationships. And I know that he done some things in relationships. Shit, we all have. But it's not what they trying to say he has done. Let's put it like that. What they trying to label him as is not who he is. And what they trying to say he has done is not what he have done. If y'all understand that. That alone shows signs of mental illness. Could it be mental illness from his part or mental illness from the people who trying to access him with something that he haven't done? You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, every person that pretended that they don't see or hear his own confessions are just as guilty. I love when he said that. He said, in his opinion. This person said, in their opinion. That's their opinion. I can't even comment on that because it's their opinion. I can come back and say, in my opinion, everybody that think Rob did something is stupid. That's my opinion. So it says, to call a person a friend. This is what I like. To call a person a friend is to care about them enough to even be willing to lose the relationship if it saves their life. That's the tricky part. To call a person a friend is to care about them enough to even be willing to lose the relationship with that person if it saves their life. So let me ask this question. What did Robert actually do wrong for people or for his close friends to come back and put their relationship with him on the line to try to save his life if he didn't do nothing? We have all cut off chicks. We all cut off family members. We all cut off fake ass friends. So if cutting people is wrong, or cutting off people is wrong, then guess what? I'm mentally ill. Because I'm weird with it. I cut you off and won't even care. I cut you off and then walk right past you and act like I don't know who you are. The problem is we need to get out of public opinion. When Tim Savage came out and said, oh no, he don't need to be in the facility, he need to be in public opinion. When that didn't go nowhere, and you see how quick he said, R. Kelly need a new trial. But you were the catalyst for him going to jail. Excuse me. Make that make sense. Then he said he's not getting help because he don't have any friends around him. Only vultures with their own agenda to feed off of him and his name and story until nothing's left for them to get. Just keeping it 100. I love that. And I'm going to tell you why I love it. It's because at the end of the day, I believe that's one of the reasons why Rob is sitting down. Because God got to really show him the vultures that was around him. I don't care what nobody say. That kiss that Daryl McDavid did, that's called, to me, that's the Judas effect. That's the Judas effect. That's the kiss of saying goodbye. You're gone. So with that being said, we can't pin R. Kelly to the cross without knowing the truth. And I'm sad to say this. Even I can't tell you what that man's truth is. I can only tell you what I know. However, it creates a theory in court, your word against mine. But when your word don't make sense, and I'm being silent because my word is being looked upon as a lie from public opinion, then what do we go by? What do we go by? He's never been a confrontational person. So what do we go by? And my belief is that the good Lord have Rob sitting. Why? Because if he would have been home while all this is going on, it would have been casualties out there. People would have been expiring out here behind that. So in order to keep him out of things, if he's in the warehouse and everybody else is doing what they're doing, you can't blame him. You see, folks even try to come out and say, he's telling people to do stuff. No, he's not. All of their communication at Butler is cut off. So here's my question. Who is he telling to do what to now? Ask yourself this question. Because Rob did say use your common sense, right? If he know Don Russell was on a platform, why would he call that platform just to entertain that platform? If him and Don Russell don't get along and don't like each other, why would he entertain a platform that Don Russell took stolen goods to? These are things that make you go, Where did the warning come from when I first came out and told everybody about Don Russell? You got to think. If Robert couldn't talk then, and I'm telling you, and I just come out the blue and tell you, don't let Don Russell on your platform, yada, 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 and I'm breaking down everything. Make this make sense. I'm going to go deeper. The people that turned on me at the firm, could there have been something that happened? Or could that have been God showing me who the real snakes were and who the real people were? Because the real people that was with me back at the firm is still here. The fakes are out there. Trying to be trial vloggers. Trying to associate Dana with stuff that I have nothing to do with. I hear it all. People talking about, oh, you know who it is that talked to R. Kelly people to prevent me from getting into the jail? Man, please don't say me. I don't got nothing to do with that. I've been said none of y'all on my level. So whatever y'all going through is y'all problem. Dana don't give a flying fuzzuck about none of that. You can't lie on Dana no more because Dana don't entertain you no more. Shit. You got people graduating from college in August 2023. And when I look at the date, I see the date, May the 21st. Explain that. I'm just saying. Are we in a time machine? Are we in a time lapse? Did time stop? But these are the same people that people believe. What up, Ira? I'm just saying. You cannot pinpoint public opinion on somebody if you don't know that person. That's all I'm saying. You can't do it. And one thing for sure, and two things for certain. What I just said and before that went over a lot of people's head, but I mean, I'm gonna leave it there.
They did this to my mama, man. Y'all did this to my mama. Y'all did this to my mama. I'm going to make y'all motherfuckers pay.
And what gets me is that when people talk about, oh, call the jail. Call the jail on Robert Leaf. For what? My thing is, if you're speaking upon people, people have a right to speak back. If you don't want nobody speaking on you, don't say nothing about that person. But when you're going as far as trying to get people hemmed up, and then when people do you like that, they the feds, No. See you mind screw those people that's with you. But you cannot do the same thing that you've been doing and expecting different results. That's the #1 rule for insanity. Make it make sense. So while you are dictating for people to call Robert Lee's court or jail, right? But then when somebody say, call the judge in his case, call the prosecutors in his case, then, oh, they work for the feds. That stuff don't work around here. I've heard dudes say, my channel is the feds channel. Well, when you look at your channel compared to my channel is informative. My channel lays down the law and the truth. But you know what?
But today's a
Stop. I ain't have to help now more, you rotten asshole. Bitch, my mama ain't got a bunch of kids that died. Bitch, all you hoes buried your baby. Fuck y'all pain, bitch. Give me back my goddamn money, hoe. Or suck my dick, bitch. In Chicago, fuck y'all, suck my dick, bitch. I keep a goddamn gun for whatever. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about shit. Nigga, I keep a motherfucking gun. Nigga, I keep a motherfucking gun, nigga. Nigga, I keep a motherfucking gun, Chicago. Say, homie, you better, nigga, what you got? Man, you better sit down, homie. What you mean what I'm on? Nigga, don't fuck with me with a gun in my hand, nigga. I ain't have to help now more, you rotten asshole.
That's all I'm saying. Because I do recall when you was in trouble, you came this way. I do recall when the dude that got a title called Dumb and Dumber, and I guess put Bozo and whatever. I do believe when he was in trouble, he came this way. The only difference is I can spell, they can't. I'm logical, they're not. So while people sitting out there talking and I don't entertain, that's because I done shitted your whole verbiage out. I'm just saying. I helped all you folks out. But then I backed away from all you folks too. Because while we sitting back making it seem like only one person is the bad person. Well, what up, Ern? Well, if only one person is the bad person, I wouldn't have as much as I have on all of y'all. And we can do memory lane. I'm actually starting tomorrow. So the new people can know the truth. That's all. Y'all gonna see the wars I've been in with everybody. Y'all gonna see everything leading up. I'm not skipping nothing. So folks will know what's going on. And then they can make their own opinion and their own thing from here. I don't care. Like I said earlier, and we're going to be shifting into politics. But I'm going to do minimum politics here. I'm going to do a lot of interviews here. My main politics is going to be on Rumble. And I'm going to say this. Don't be surprised if you see me and Wally going back and forth about politics. I welcome the change that Wally is making. Much needed change. Get out the drama. But what I am going to do is there's the calling number. Call in. Let's discuss what I talked about today. There's the link. So, no, the call-in number's there. I'm going to post the link at the top of the joint. All right. There we go. Let's see who actually been paying attention. Let's see. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, so much is going on. And people want to be intrigued by YouTube politics. I got a question. My question is, when Rob come home, what are you going to do then? See, I don't have to go live every day, but I got commentary for every day. I got enough commentary that I can play all of my channels worth of stuff. 1 hour apiece from each other. So when one go off, I can go here. And I can do messy, extra messy, church, R. Kelly, current events, DanaJay just talking trash. How many of y'all can do that? There comes a time when you have to elevate from the bullshit. Well, I don't see nobody calling in. I guess the truth is always the truth. Right? I guess the truth is always the truth. Oh, man, I love the Bobby Womack joint. I appreciate you for sending me the Bobby Womack joint. I love that. Hold on. You're live on the Official DanaJay show. How can I help you?
Damn, man, I thought somebody was gonna call in and park that stuff, boy, about all this stuff you just gave them this evening, dog.
Man, you know people don't like the truth.
I mean, hey, ain't no need you over there got your drawers tight. You don't want to pop off and talk your ish. Come on, step up to the stage. Come grab the mic, please. Somebody please have something to say. I mean, don't be sitting
I'm just saying, man.
All this talking, where your talking at? Well, let's go.
Facts. People always got a lot to say. I mean, look, just like I say, if you're going to type in the chat when an opportunity presents itself, call in.
Man, look here, dog. These folks, everybody got something to say until it's time to stand up and say something. I mean, you know, hey, if they're going to talk about somebody, talk about that time when their mama snuck that steak out the stove underneath them big-ass titties that was sweating. By the time they got home, it was extra stank, and you couldn't even put it on the daggone stove and cook it. I mean, come on, dog. I mean, what we on here?
Oh, wow.
Everybody want to kick this man drawers in, but nobody want to stand on purpose and speak up and say what's right.
Facts.
I mean, you know, what we talking about here? Let's be adults. Let's stand up. Let's say what we got to say. I mean, you don't need to beat around the bush. Grab your balls and let's go. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
But no, I'm going to get up out of here, man. I figured I'd go ahead and call it. Everybody else scared to say something. I mean, damn. We can't get on here and talk that talk. I mean, come on, man. Come on,
man, look, like I say, at the end of the day, bro, my thing is this right here. They want to say R. Kelly this, and this, right? But what about their mama sneaking the milkman in the house?
Oh. Yes, sir.
What?
This man clapping right before you come home from school. He leaving your snacks on the table. I mean, come on, dog. What we talking about?
Right. What about your mama using a post office man and saying that's Santa Claus?
Facts. I mean, you know that nigga was extra. He was extra jolly. He was extra jolly to mommy, but he still ain't leave your ass underneath the Christmas tree. It's okay.
And trust me, and and he wasn't riding in on Rudolph.
No, he riding in on mama. Mama was the slave. She had the red bulb on her nose too. You know, he didn't catch that part, but it's okay.
Like I say, man, these folks, this is deeper than what they think. This is way deeper. This is more than just an agenda. This is more than, man, this is about stripping us melanated people from nothing. I mean, and from everything to nothing. And look at it. Since they've been able to get away with it with R. Kelly, right? Look who they came back and started hitting people with. Everybody got a RICO after R. Kelly. Why is that?
Right. That right there.
Right, because the RICO can hold you. Can't nothing else hold you but a RICO.
Facts.
That's a violation of people's civil rights.
But folks gotta understand how the game is played before you sit your ass down at the table. I mean, we can all sit here and talk about, I got case law and I got this that I can go ahead and send this over to you, and so and so don't know what they talking about. You need to get this person out the way. I don't like this person for whatever reason. I'm like, bro, you don't like this person because the light ain't being shined on you.
Yep.
It ain't about the light being shined on you. It's about helping this man get out of damn jail. Now, if that was your daddy sitting in jail, you'd be on here crying like a little punk ass schoolboy. Please, I need some help. Somebody gonna come help me. I need to get my daddy out of jail. He ain't never hurt nobody. Y'all quit acting like that. Well, I'm like, God, dog, this man is somebody else's father too. I mean, we going on based on songs this man created. Everybody knows that this man created a song back then. Everybody wanted his attention to put his pen on a song because why? They was getting paid. You heard daggone, who was that? Timbaland himself said it. He even asked the question like, hey, is R. Kelly coming to help with this music? No. So I'm like, what are we talking about, man? I'm like, if people just sit down and listen and get out of the way of just wanting to be a damn crab in the bucket. I mean, it's a damn shame our own people want to kick the next man that look just like us down the road instead of giving them a helping hand to uplift them and say, hey, you know what? Let's really see what's going on with this man here, move this man forward, instead of just, wanting to pile on with a bunch of bull jive that don't make no sense. Right. But it's okay. It's okay. Their time shall soon come as well.
That part.
But I'm going to get up out of here, dog.
I know.
Like,
all right. So, like I say, it's a reason for a lot of things, man. And like I say, I got paperwork that I'm going to go here. People have been coming to me for paperwork for the longest. And I get it. Because I won't help certain people. It's like that they act funny. So, it is what it is. I'm trying to see who else want to call in before I cut it off. Because I'm at the point now where feeding into people dumbass ideologies is not what I'm going to do. Hold on. Hold on. You're live on the Dana J Show. How can I help you, caller?
Hi, Dana. I just want to say I thank you. I thank God for you. I just want to say God bless you. And I want you to keep going. And you already know who this is.
Okay. I appreciate it, and I ain't going nowhere.
I know. I'm just praying for you. Good things gonna happen this week. And I'm just You know, I'm just grateful for you. And I just want you to know that you mean the world to me. And so does everyone in this line on this chat. Just pray for my dad. And just keep the energy, the positive energy going. He's had several strokes. I'm just trying to just uplift everyone. If you have anybody that you love and care about, just hold on to them while you can. And just love on people while you can. You're giving everybody what we need to hear. I just thank you for the information. So it's just a sign of victory, that's all. And I just thank you for it.
Okay.
You're not alone in this fight. You're not. It's people that really, you know, look up to you and just really adore you, admire you, and everything. You're not, you know, you've done so much work. And I want everybody to do their homework and just stay focused, because this is not over. It's just the beginning. That's all it is. It's something that you have actually, you've been just telling everybody the truth, and I just want everybody just to stay focused. That's all. And just stay prayed up. Love you. I don't want to take no time. I want the next caller to call in. Y'all call Dana. Show him some love. He's been giving us information. He's teaching also, and this is just a gift he does. So y'all just appreciate it. You don't get this often. You don't get it from nobody. No other channel can give y'all this. So I'm just telling y'all, Dana is a real guy. How can I say it? He is a passionate, compassionate person. He loves who he loves. But at the end of the day, you are not going to get the information that you're going to get from anywhere else. So into him. And believe that, you know, I'm telling you something heartfelt from me. Dana, thank you for everything. I so appreciate any advice that you can give anyone. I pray that they take it and understand that you're not putting yourself out here like this for any reason. You're doing it for a reason, in hopes that it will help someone. I pray that it helps someone and reaches someone. But I also pray for your family. And I just want everyone to understand that Dana just not up here for just views and likes. He's really up here to show us what's really going on in this country. If y'all don't pay attention, I'm sorry. You know, I really, I get it. I get him. I understand him because he's a brother. He's a homeboy. But not just that. He's a brother. He's family. But I want y'all to understand, he's not up here for no reason. God sent him. God sent him. And he don't need to waste his time. You know?
That's facts.
And I got his back, regardless, in the other realm. But he don't sit up here for no reason. He's up here to instruct you guys, but also just inform y'all. This is what we up against. Y'all better wake up. Everybody needs to wake up at this moment. Dana is trying to wake the people up. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
No problem.
Y'all have a blessed night. Y'all spend the rest of y'all week, however. But please understand, he's not up here for a reason. He's up here for purpose. Purpose. And I'm praying for him. Y'all send the prayers back.
I appreciate you.
Love you.
I love it.
I'm off.
All right.
Call in.
Whew. Real quick. This is what you call a pedophile. Shout out to Jason Lee. I thank you for sending me this. Jamal Osborne. Come on, bro. You got to do better than this. Jamal Osborne has been arrested again while out on bond for licking a child's feet at a Georgia trampoline park on Friday morning. He's been locked up in Augusta. Say Corey Rollins, 26, was first indicted in January after police. Oh no, this is a whole different one. Hold on. No, the same one. Corey Rollins, 26, was first indicted in January after police said he asked a child to take his socks off at a Richmond County urban air trampoline park and then sucked on his toes. He was later accused of molesting 3 fourth grade girls at the school where he worked, Glen Hill Elementary. On April 11th, he was indicted on 7 more counts of child molestation. On Wednesday, police said he pulled up beside a 12-year-old boy playing basketball and showed him pictures of children's feet. He then asked the boy if his feet looked similar. When the boy said no, Rollins asked him if he could see his feet. According to the Augusta Press, the child got scared and ran inside. He identified the man as Rollins to his mother, who was aware of the previous case. What? Look, what would you do if your offspring playing basketball and a grown man asks to see his feet and is known for sucking on children's toes and feet? What would you do? Why was he out on bond anyway? So when you read stories like this, you know that what? He's not a person of interest to the government. Listen to what it says. Jamal Osborne, and he got an Instagram account, which is @J.OSBORNE. Well, you know me. Let's look it up. Hold on. Underscore. Let's look it up. Ooh. This dude. What the heck? He cut his hair. Hold on. Because I don't mind. See, I don't play games like this. News personality. Hold on. I be damn. So he worked for Hollywood Unlocked. And it says HU staff Jamal Osborne. The man who was accused of licking a child's feet at a Georgia trampoline park was arrested again on Friday morning, according to the Augusta Press. This lets you know that Jason don't care. Jason will put you out there. Hold on, let's look through this man's stuff. So this is the guy right here. Wow.
Welcome to my crib. Come on, take a look. Shut the door behind you, please. Shout out Marley in here. Marley, come get in the camera, girl. MTV here. Yeah, that's the girl. Got a little bedroom down here. You know what I'm saying? A little bedroom. Still got the outdoor space. Look, get your little freak on right there. You know, got a lot of things going on today for the birthday. Let me bring a little party people going on up there. Got a little March Madness going on. Shout out to the baby. Little Jay here. Yeah. Come on, MTV. Let me take some step. Little Chanel going on. Give me a little couple bathrooms. Couple bedrooms. We're going to make this real quick. Master bedroom, bed stuff going on. Master bedroom is looking immaculate. With the upsink.
Why is no clothes in? Wait a minute.
Alright, so my last thing. You gotta take it to the upstairs. To the rooftop. To the top.
This is an Airbnb.
Hey, yo, thank you, MTV, for rocking with me today. It's your boy, Jake. I'm out.
I don't want to see that man. I don't want to see that.
We got the... Bisexual. Bisexual man.
I love him.
Transgenders, LGBTQ. You don't discriminate against anything, right?
Hell no. That motherfucker look good. Give it a try. I do have a history of
So have you ever had sex with like a openly bisexual man, transgender, or anything like that?
I feel like 80% of men are bisexual anyway. So I prefer when a man is bisexual and open
Why is that?
because so many of them DL. I have gay friends that literally, like, I share a body with one of my gay friends. Literally, the dude don't even know I know. I seen you sending the news and everything. Like, I seen it. He didn't know that I knew he was bad. I didn't care. Too late. Already smashed. Don't care. It ain't my business. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to do my business, it's not my business. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Because them bad niggas freaky. That's the nigga that's really gonna be that's gonna do everything.
Oh God. Well, this is dude page, man. Look, I don't know. I'm up out of here. I see y'all tomorrow. We gone. Peace.
Yeah. I don't want you to hold back any longer, baby. Cause tonight, I'm gonna give you all of the things I know you've been waiting for.
This is Black Music First.
It's the remix. I hear you calling. Here I come, baby, to save you. Baby, no more stalling. These hands have been longing to touch you, baby. And now that you've come around, I'm there, gonna satisfy you, I swear. Hit it from the back while I'm pulling on your hair. Come here, you ain't going nowhere. Take it, body's calling. I'm there, gonna satisfy you, I swear. Hit it from the back while I'm pulling on your hair. Come here, you ain't going nowhere. Take it, take it, take it, take it, oh. Take it, take it, take it, oh. Take it, take it, take it, oh.
This is Black Music First.
What's your desire? Maybe your wish is my will. Oh yes it is. Babe, let me take you higher and show you how you should feel. I will show you how it feels, babe. So if you now or whatever, oh, your body. Oh girl, whatever it is you want from Kelly, baby. You don't have to say nothing, no. Knowing your body wants something, and it's easy for me to see, babe, that your body's calling. Oh, body's calling. I'm there, gonna satisfy you, I swear. Hit it from the back while I'm pulling on your hair. Come here, you ain't going nowhere. Take it, body's calling. I'm there, gonna satisfy you, I swear. Hit it from the back while I'm pulling on your hair. Come here, you ain't going nowhere. Take it, take it, take it, take it, oh. Take it, take it, take it, oh. Take it, take it, take it, oh. Take it, take it, take it. I can hear you loud screaming emergency. Oh, emergency. Here to give you what you need. Yeah. All the things your body, baby. Girl, said I'm wise enough to know when the body's calling, calling on me. Body's calling, I'm there, right there. Gonna satisfy you, satisfy you. Hit it from the back while I'm pulling on your hair. Come here, you ain't going nowhere. Take it, body's calling, I'm there. Gonna satisfy you, I swear. Hit it from the back while I'm pulling on your hair. Come here, you ain't going nowhere. Girl, take it, take it, gonna do it till your body go. Take it, take it, take it, baby, take it, take it, gonna do it till your body go. Keep on going, keep on going, gonna do it till your body go. Gonna keep on going, keep on going, gonna do it till your body go.
Black Music First.
Keep on going, keep on going, till your body come to me, baby, baby, baby. Said I'm wise enough to know when the body's calling on me, when the body's calling on me. No words but your mouth. I can hear you scream.
This one's for you, for all of my dads around the world. Oh yeah, this one's for you, for all of my dads around the world, around the world. Happy Father's Day to you. Today's a special day, and we're gonna celebrate the life of dads all across the nation. And we're gonna get dressed up in our favorite suit or tux. The ladies will put their best dresses on, and we're gonna pull up in a limousine. There'll be cameras everywhere in the air. Tonight will be all about us, fella, 'cause we're gonna have a good time the whole night through. This one's for you, yeah, for all of my dads all around the world. This one's for you, yeah, for all of my dads around the world. What we gonna do right here is step to the right, step to the right, step to the right, step to the right. Come on, y'all. Step to the left, step to the left.